Well, hello, and welcome to the I Shall Bloom Show. Yes, a show where we interview stellar individuals whose work and legacy has profoundly uplifted our communities for the better. Each week, we interview a new guest and we take a deeper dive into the work that they're doing in their lives, sharing ideas and experiences. You see, here at I Shall Bloom, you shall bloom, then we shall bloom. Today, I have an independent advocate for veterans. Her name is Miss Myrle Jackson, and she is dedicated to helping. You know, this show is about advocacy and overcoming adversity. And so I always reach out to people who are being a servant. God's call, to serve. That's what He brought us here on earth, is to serve Him. So we are to serve others because we are the likeness and the image of God. That's what we attain to be. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Miss Myrle Jackson. Woo-hoo! Welcome, welcome, welcome. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. So welcome to the show. I The way I found your card, I had your card probably a year, and I picked it up because you were out somewhere advocating, and I picked your card up, and I said, "Oh, I'm going to call because there's so many people that, well, I come in contact with the ones who feel like they've been left behind, who transition out of the military, armed forces, you know what I mean, and so it's a blessing to have someone who is intimately cares. So introduce yourself and then tell us how you were involved and how if someone wanted to reach you, a little later, give that information. It's your time. There you
Okay,
go.
my name is Myrle Jackson. I'm an independent veterans advocate. I began this process more than 25 years ago when my deceased husband became ill, and one prescription cost over $200. And I told him he had been served in World War II, and I said, "We're going to the VA." And within a year, I acquired benefits for him at 100%. And by word of mouth, my assistants helped getting him his benefits. Other people started calling me, and over the past 25 years, I've helped over 500 veterans acquire their benefits. This includes surviving spouses and surviving dependents of the veteran who served honorably. The only requirement is that the veteran had to have died from a service-connected disability, and that service-connected means something that he was getting paid for.
Okay, so something that the job that he was involved in, and then he passed away from doing that job.
Yeah, like my husband died from a combat injury,
Okay, yes. So
traumatic brain injury.
Okay, so I know the whole thing of the 100%, 80%, and 30%.
It begins at normally 10% is the least
You can
a veteran can get,
Mhm.
and 100%. And the VA has created math. They may cite on your award letter you have 180%, and the max you can get paid for is at the 100% rate.
So what makes the difference? So why can't everybody get 100%? Like, what makes the difference between the?
Depends on the severity of their illness or injury that's sustained while in the military.
Wow. Yeah. So I think is that like a disparity sometimes? Because sometimes you see people who are really needing the 100%, and they're only getting like 10 or 15, and they're being told no.
No, well, I don't take no for an answer.
Yes.
I appeal adverse decisions. I
Yes.
don't allow them to be get substandard ratings.
Yes. See.
I'm persistent, and I don't take no for an answer.
Yes. So what's that? What's the like the stages? What does that look like when you meet a person and they say they need your help? Like, what is? Take us through that process.
Right now, I have clients worldwide. I have all over the world. Veterans contact me either because they met someone that I've assisted in prior years, and they'll call me and request my assistance, and I need their discharge paper, DD 214,
Yes.
and I proceed from there, and I send them out a questionnaire as to what the disabilities or incapabilities are, and we start there. And I elaborate. It depends on how well it's written, the disability rating, and I've been quite successful by helping over 500 veterans.
Yes, that's impressive.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back because this is a learning show and learning. So the first thing, I heard you say something about a DD 214.
Yes.
What is, so
discharge paper?
So when they get out of the military,
Yes.
they get a form called a DD 214.
Yes.
Okay, and so then, what do they, once they get that form has all the information they need about their life?
The service life.
The service life, okay. And
Date of entry and date of exit and where they were when they were discharged, whatever the entry.
kind of like a birth certificate for the military.
Yes.
Birth certificate.
And for surviving spouses or surviving dependents, as long as the veteran was receiving a disability that he was getting paid for, the surviving spouse is eligible for what they call dependent indemnity compensation,
Yes.
or a pension. And educational benefits are allowed for minor children up to the age 23.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's good. Okay, so the first thing was the DD 214. Let me stop on. Then that's kind of like your roadmap to when you first arrive there, date of entry, and then the date of exit. So that has all your information regarding your pay. So then, okay, now they have an injury. They come and they meet you, and what's that look like? So take us through that step.
Doesn't necessarily be an injury, an illness. They're exposed to contaminants, like in Vietnam, Agent Orange.
Agent Orange, okay.
And President Biden enacted the PACT Act 2 years ago. The veterans who served in certain areas that had toxins or burn pits,
yes,
or burning oil, whatever, and they were exposed to these contaminants, and that allows them to be eligible for certain benefits.
Okay, so they call you, and then you look over their DD 214, and you can tell how much they are qualified for, or you can.
No, I have to.
You do the call
questionnaire and ask them just where they were located, where they served, and determine what they may have been exposed to.
Sure.
And most veterans, the easiest disability is tinnitus, ringing in the ears.
Okay.
And most veterans, that's 10%. The VA approves that readily. You don't have to, but tinnitus also causes sleep deprivation because the noise in the ears, they can't sleep well, and they're awakened in the night, and it causes, it attributes to sleep apnea as well.
So that's another level, because if you can't sleep, then that messes with your whole bodily function. So I guess that's another level.
Yes, and if they suffer hypertension, high blood pressure, they have bladder incontinence, and they have to get up repeatedly during the night to go urinate.
Yes.
And that causes sleep deprivation as well, and insomnia.
Oh, okay. So you kind of like a little nurse too. You have to kind of know those different. You learn.
Well, I've been doing this so long. I've learned
the different diagnoses.
The different diagnoses.
So what? I want to kind of go back. What brought you? When did you realize that this was your gift or something that you wanted to help with? Tell us about that.
When my husband, he served in World War II, and he sustained a traumatic brain injury, and he would pass out. And we'd go in HEB or Walmart, anywhere, and he'd just black out without warning. And I took him to the VA, to the doctor first, initially, a civilian doctor, and they prescribe medication that costs over $200 for one
Yeah.
procedure.
That's
So I
expensive.
said, we're going to the VA.
Right.
And
So you went to the
went to the
VA.
VA, and within less than a year, I acquired him benefits up to 100%.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
all about how it's written up.
It's all
And
okay.
some veterans discharged with other than honorable discharges, I've been able to get them converted from other than honorable or dishonorable to honorable discharges as well.
Now that is a fight.
Yes,
Yeah, that could be a fight.
yes.
So do you have any instances where you remember this one was hard, that you made, I'm pretty sure all of them, but is there one that you can say, whew, they fought you on that?
Yes, one, I worked on his claim since 2011, and he was a retired Air Force gentleman, and repeatedly denials, and I said, I don't give up. We appeal and we appeal. And 2 years ago, he was awarded over $200,000.
That is good. So she says, just don't say no. In drugs, you say, just say no. But in this position, don't give up. You do not give up. So since 2011, she has been helping an Air Force retiree. And finally in 2023, what, 23?
23.
2023, he received his just reward, huh?
And he became discouraged, and I had to encourage him to not give up. You know, you served, you honorably served, and you paid your dues.
Yes. So that is beautiful. So are there any other, it's 2025. What do you see in 2025 with the new government, the new administration? Do you see there's going to be an uplift for the better? Or,
Hopefully, there will be an uplift because with the new administration, they're really messing with government employees and military and elders like myself. I'm 81 years old.
Oh, wow. Can't
tell. Yes, and they're disrupting our benefits, I fear that I'm praying that they will not interfere with veterans' benefits because I worked for the government 41 years myself.
Yes.
I retired in 2004, and we installed computers in Army hospitals worldwide. I traveled extensively overseas, and when we installed the computers in the Bamsey Hospital in 1983,
Wow.
it was so disheartening to go to the burn ward and see those disfigured veterans, and it was horrifying to see them and to
Just leave them there.
leave them there like that. And so I just I saw the need.
Yes.
And I decided to help veterans. And my motto is do all you can for all the people you can, whenever you can, while you can.
Yes.
So I try to adhere to my motto, and I help surviving spouses. I have one that's driving me nuts right now. Her husband died 7 years ago, and this last week she got a letter from the VA prior to his death. He came to my office about 2 days before he died, and he had been denied benefits, and I filed an appeal for him to achieve his benefits. He served in Vietnam. He had chronic acne. He has an extremely bad heart, exposed to Agent Orange and other contaminants, airborne contaminants. And just last week, she got a letter after his death that he was approved for the appeal. And we're waiting to find out how much the surviving spouse can get, because when I filed for surviving spouse, I've also filed for accrued benefits. That's any benefits that owe the veteran, once he passes, they're owed to his surviving spouse or his.
So do you have seminars or do you have, I mean, how's it's word
People
of mouth?
contact me, word of mouth.
Yeah, the word of mouth is something else. It's more than anything else
Yes.
in the world. Word of mouth, especially if you are providing a good service. Word of mouth is awesome, huh?
Yes.
It is just, this person helped me, she helped me, she helped me. You never forget that, and the good service. You never forget good service all the days of your life. And so this is what young people need to see, that your word, your actions, your word is a big deal, regardless of how fast this internet goes or whatever. But your word, people will never forget what you've done for them. Isn't that the truth?
Right now, I have clients in Australia and
Yeah.
Germany, and I've even had guys come over from Iraq. From when they heard about my services, they flown over for me to assist them, and I was able to assist them favorably. And they
Wow.
were appalled that, oh, you did this for me, you know?
Yes, crying, huh? Happy. Well, I'd like to, if you want to have a seminar, the days when you need a place to, well, we got the stairs, but, if you needed a place to do a seminar
Well,
or something.
hopefully soon. I'm an amputee right now, my left leg, and my prosthetic
Is on,
leg
is on,
is
okay,
being developed.
okay, so, because I have a room there that I share, when people want to come out and do something in more overflow. So if you ever want to do a seminar and hold and have some of the veterans all meet in one place, just let me know.
I will.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, yes. Just let me know how many so I can prepare, not no steak dinner, but,
No,
maybe some snacks
yes.
or something like that.
Yes.
Because it helps me too. I am an advocate. And so my blessings, I've been through a lot. And so God has blessed me again. He always. And so you never forget that,
No, you never
and so
forget.
he always, now he has been bringing me just the blessed people, people just like you, just women and men of God, he's just bringing me people who give to feed to me so I can feed. And so I just thank you for saying yes. You didn't know who I was when you answered the phone, but you said yes. Yeah, right away.
There are many veterans that are exposed, like Camp Lejeune, the contaminated water.
Yes.
And they've been in old barracks where they have asbestos.
Yes.
And developed lung cancer. And I'm able to, if I don't know about doing this, I'm familiar with something, I research it.
You research, yeah, see, that is just so beautiful. And we thank God for, angels that come out and not afraid. So do you get any negativity or anything from the hospitals that, because I don't understand why I would look at form and see the diagnosis and see that he has a problem and deny it. I just don't understand how.
Well, they denied it because they said the veteran didn't go to the dispensary to seek help with that condition.
Okay.
But my answer to that is, veterans often thought they were meandering, trying to get out of duty assignment or something that's, if they went on sick call.
Yeah, good answer,
So-
and true. Yes, and true. So now that, they're out and they, don't even really go on a leave, work, and now you're out and now you need that help. And so they're like, well, why didn't you go when you were in? And so that's a great answer.
Things develop later in life
Mhm. That's
and
right.
manifest initially right away. You can 20 years you can be out of the military and something surface, and your background
Mhm.
determines where you were assigned,
Mhm.
what were you exposed to.
Yes, the road. And there's so many that's in that same area may have the same lung cancer, like so many veterans died of lung cancer. Some of them, well, it's a lot of the lung cancer.
Prostate cancer.
Prostates and,
Real
all the
common.
different, really the prostates. I know, in the farming, my husband grew up, I guess his family was back in the day with slaves and,
even earlier they were picking cotton and working, that's how they made money, but the spray, they sprayed the bug
Yes.
spray, and so that's thing now. So I was just trying to, I saw it on the news and I was saying, hey, a lot of people died of throat cancer, just they don't smoke, they never did anything. I said, so something's to that. And so, but a lot of people are, how do you get people out of the fear of making a step? I know there's a lot of fear of, I'm not gonna go against the VA. I'm not gonna go against the government, I'm gonna just stay like this. How do you experience anything like that where people are fearful, or you get the ones that, I'm ready to fight, I'm ready, I want my money,
When
I
they
want
come
what's
to
done to
me,
me.
they know of someone that I've assisted in the
Right.
past, and they
Yes.
come to me for help. And
They know.
I've been able to help them. And
That's awesome.
I helped a group of men, 6 of them retired from the San Antonio
Mhm.
post office. And all 6 of them got 100%. And they
Yeah,
they
love you.
told their friends, and
And that's how it
friends
is.
told friends, and it just
Wow.
things manifest
Yes.
quickly. And I derive pleasure in helping a veteran. A veteran calls me, Merle, I got 50%, I got 60%.
Yeah.
Whatever, come and see me again, we'll appeal for more.
Uh-huh.
And there, I've even been able to help this young man. He was 26 years old. He had PTSD, and he
Yes.
jumped on his commanding officer, and he was discharged with an other than honorable discharge, and he was in prison for 4 years.
Oh.
And due to COVID, he got out after 2 years, and he came to me. He says, "Can you help me? I have PTSD, and that's why I did the actions
Right.
I did." And I was able to acquire him an honorable discharge and 70% disability.
Nice.
And
Yes.
now he came to me and says, "Now I want 100%." I said, "Count your blessings."
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's good. That is, it's amazing. It's joyous. So I really appreciate you. I'm glad that you are here. I'm glad that you are out there. And if there's anyone that wanted to reach you, how can they reach you?
My home telephone number is 210-325-8368.
And one more time.
210-325-8368.
And I'll put it in the link as well. So if there's anyone out there that needs help with, as they transition out of the military, Miss Myrle Jackson is your lady. She is the one, word of mouth. And I'll make sure that I'll put all the information in the chat as well. And so, is there anything else that you want? Let's see. I think we may have a question. Any questions out there? Let me see. Oh, hi. Okay, he's just saying hi. Someone's watching. So there may be no questions as of yet. I get a lot of questions afterwards, and then that's when I'll. So maybe we'll have, you'd like to come back maybe once a month, and maybe you can bring some of your people that you've helped, your soldiers. If they like, bring one or two, and then they can kind of help another soldier go through the process.
Okay. And I joined the pinochle playing group. And all the guys that I play pinochle with, majority of them, I've helped them acquire. Most of them are 100% now.
Yes, 100%. Yes, see, that's a good number. 100%. So some people are so happy with just 20%, and then they realize, wait a minute, I could be getting 100%.
These benefits are tax-free, even for your surviving spouse. And this surviving spouse has an ailment, they can get an additional amount of money for them being disabled themselves, or classified or diagnosed with a chronic illness.
Okay. Well, it has been delightful for you coming here. Like I said again, that we can, whenever you want to have a meeting or a group of guys come and meet and help and teach, you can come to the I Shall Bloom show. We can go live on the things that's okay, and then that's private. We won't. So again, my name is Sandra. I'm the host of the I Shall Bloom show. And I welcome you again. Thank you for coming, Ms. Merle Jackson. You guys, this show is for people who are wanting to advertise their business, also overcoming adversity, or are speaking about helping. We are all about serving. So I thank you again. I can be reached at Sandra@ishowbloom.com, and also too, I need you to subscribe, hit the bell, and hit the like button, because you never want to miss a premiere episode of the show. And remember, I shall bloom, you shall bloom, and we shall bloom. Bye now.
Goodbye.